We are back again. Yay, us. We managed to do this. This top story is one that, again, just threw me on, I guess. Many of you probably remember all of this crazy stuff that went on with ActBlue and the fraud, the money laundering, the smurfing, which if you don't know what that is, what ActBlue
of course,
is.
nothing was done about it. They allowed it to fade into the woodwork until.
Okay, well, ActBlue has come under allegations and been under investigation for a long time. One of the things they were doing is, for instance, some of that Ukraine money went from Zelensky. He made a donation to ActBlue, and it came back to some Democrat lawmakers. They were doing things, what is called smurfing, which is when they steal somebody's identity and they basically put any person, any individual person, unsuspecting people as making donations, small donations, like $5 or $10 or whatever, but the donations would add up to a lot of money. And they did this to hide where the donations were coming from. And even when these people who supposedly made these donations were questioned by journalists, they had no idea what was going on. So ActBlue came under huge investigation for, as we said, money laundering and every dirty thing you can think of that the Democrats can do with money. It is a Democratic fundraising platform and has received over $16 billion since 2004. Well, finally, they did come under investigation to see what was actually going on at ActBlue and what they could do about it. And when that investigation got really hot and heavy, and the people on the board of directors got nervous, 6 of the board of directors resigned from ActBlue. And those 6 board of director members of ActBlue who resigned under allegations of fraud were Mark Kelly, Elisa Slotkin, Jason Crow, Chris DeLuzio, Chrissy Houlihan, and Maggie Goodlander. Do those names sound familiar to you?
Just vaguely. The first one is the most recognizable, Mark Kelly. But then when you associate them, oh, aren't those the Seditious Six?
What? The Seditious Six under investigation for their connections with ActBlue and probably many other things. When the ActBlue investigation got hot and heavy, these 6 members jumped ship. They left. They got out of there. And then they decided to do that video for, as we all know,
go on the offensive so they can get the press looking in a different direction.
Yes, but what happened was it backfired on them, and now they are being investigated not only by the DOJ, but the military members, or like Senator Mark Kelly, are being investigated by the Navy. And so they're not just in trouble with the FEC, which the FEC doesn't really have big teeth. I mean, it's not that.
FEC is Federal Election Commission.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that. I mean, they slap people on the wrist and they give them a fine. And Hillary got a fine from the FEC for creating the Steele dossier.
$20?
Yeah, something like that. I can't, probably something along those lines. So if they had just stayed quiet, but now they're, as that, the advisor, the legal advisor to the military guy we had on the other day said, they could court-martial them. They could strip them of rank and they would lose their pension. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah, this has gone way beyond what they were doing before. Now they're the kingpins of the whole ActBlue fraud scheme, and a giant fraud scheme it is. We're not talking about they stole hundreds or thousands. They stole billions of dollars from people. $5 at a crack.
Yeah. And a lot of the people were senior citizens, and Yeah. Well, I mean, did they anyway, they were senior.
How would I know? I'm literally in that category, a senior citizen who doesn't watch stuff so close.
That's right. And I mean, I would be mad if I found out that I had made donations to something like ActBlue, because I'm about as far away from a Democrat as you could get. I
Yeah.
think. So, in any case, that was a little bit shocking to me. I guess it shouldn't have been. These people they are the Seditious Six. They're not called that for nothing. But it just goes along. When I looked up what was going on today, it just seemed like every time I turned around, it was some other scandal, some other horrible thing that was going on. One of them is Judge Boalsberg will not go away. He is the chief judge of the U.S. District Court in Washington, and he has been trying to bring contempt charges against Kristi Noem and others who, if you remember, they deported a bunch of people back to Venice, back to their homeland, and they were people who were involved with Tren de Agua. Did I say it right? Gang.
Perfect.
Right. So he ordered the plane to turn around. He said, turn that plane around. And of course, they didn't turn the plane
However,
around.
Trump said, ignore him.
That's right. That's right. Exactly right. He's now demanding that two of the top Justice Department lawyers involved in the March deportation operation.
Gosh, that was March?
Right. Right. Including one who was fired, appeared a questioning in his court. Now, this is kind of interesting. And he is just talking about Kristi Noem, and he's saying it is, I hate to do this, but you want to let her out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, pardon.
Start chewing something up.
She's getting, as some of you know, we have 3 dogs and 3 cats, and sometimes we just have to do what we have to do. In any rate, a federal appeals court recently lifted, now Judge Boalsberg put a ban on or a hold on the deportation, and a federal appeals court recently lifted the hold on Boalsberg's contempt inquiry, but he's still going forward with it. He's still going forward with it. He's still going with it.
I don't care about no stinking appeals court. No, I'm the boss in D.C.
That's right. He's going to do what he's going to do. And it's just like,
these guys have got to be, there's got to be some type of judicial reform. There's got to be.
There has got to be.
We're going to need, what we're going to need is a larger majority to do it.
Well, what we need is a different,
excuse me.
We need to get rid of John Roberts. I mean, I'm sorry, but Chief Justice. We need a new Chief Justice. We need Clarence Thomas to be our new Chief Justice. So, yeah, that would be a good step in the right direction. But it just keeps going. It's just every time I open up, we've got new scandals and new scandals and new scandals. Just today, a Georgia state Democrat representative was arrested and charged with defrauding the federal government. It's like we've got this huge fraud in Minnesota. We've got all these people who are being charged for defrauding the federal government. It seems like they always turn out to be Democrat lawmakers. I'm not sure how that works, but there's that.
It's interesting. There's a whole administration controlling these guys, teaching them how to do the fraud, experimenting how to do the fraud more successfully, both in terms of dollar wise and in terms of not getting caught wise. And they're, when you have basically a government entity filled with government type people who devote their lives to learning how to cheat better, that's not the American way. And a nation can't survive with that. The 50% of its representatives doing that stuff. We've got to clean this out. and we've only got 3 years to do it. I don't know how Trump's going to do it, but he's got to make it happen.
Well, it's like we said before. You've got the judiciary uh, rogue judges who they know, well, if we get the right judge, they're going to kick the case out, even if I'm charged with something. We have the election situation where these people who know that they can say or do anything, get away with it, and still get elected because the powers that be make sure that they win their elections.
Right. That, like the woman, is it in Texas, who's now decided she's going to run for Senate?
Oh, Crockett. Jasmine
Yeah,
Crockett. She's
Crockett.
going to run for the Senate.
She's a vapid piece of steelware.
She is. She is. And yet she's running. She's running to take John Cornyn's seat. I mean, it's
they're biting off a big chunk, but they don't have nothing better to do. Number one, nothing to lose, and number two, as crooked as they are and as effective as their cheats are, who knows?
Well, that's one. Texas just redrew their districting map, and I believe she loses her seat because of that. So now
Right.
she's running for the Senate. But then you have Harmeet Dillon, who is working very hard to get the states to correct their voter rolls and get, only people who are allowed to vote. And she's having lawsuits with states who won't turn over their voter rolls. Well, gee, I wonder why. She's suing them. They're suing her. She's finally getting them. She doesn't even have half the states yet, and she's already identified 246,000 dead people who've been voting.
Check that number.
That kind of goes along.
250,000 dead people rise up to vote Democrat.
Well, and exactly, I'm sure. Now, I did check.
250,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, and that's only a few states. That's not nationwide. So imagine what it's like nationwide. She said she imagined it would be 6 figures nationwide of just this one thing, just dead people voting. No, so we're not talking about all the other stuff.
Figures. What's already 6 figures?
Well,
she's 7 figures.
Yeah, sorry. Right. I can't. I'm not good at math. So
it's okay. You're good at a lot of stuff.
I'm good at a lot of things. Plus, I'm always doing this.
I gotta blow my nose. I apologize. I'm dripping.
We're so professional.
Yeah.
But that's why you love us. Some people have made comments of keeping it real, and we like your natural approach. So we're trying to help you. Be entertained. We are your entertainment. Yeah. So you have that. It was also, how many people did they clean out of the Brooke just gave a report at that cabinet meeting about how many people were receiving 42 million were receiving SNAP program, and how many of those people were dead. There was a huge number of dead people receiving SNAP.
I could go on, but I won't.
You can go on. It's
No.
okay. Okay, so there's that. Now, did we talk about Congress seeking the video evidence? That Congress is threatening to withhold funds from the Department of War if they are not shown the entire video, which some members of Congress have already been shown. And of course, the Democrats say it's horrible, and the Republicans say it vindicates Admiral Bradley. Every time I think of his name, I think of the Bradley tank. Isn't there the tank in World War II?
Yeah.
No relation. Yeah.
Chat alert. No sense in voting if the deceased can vote also. That's not true.
Yeah.
Because then they just get it automatically. We have to keep fighting.
We have to keep fighting. We have to keep cleaning the voter rolls, and the districting that the Texas and other states are doing is not illegal. There's nothing wrong with it. What they're trying to do is bring it back to where it should be,
Right.
which the Democrats had completely messed it up. And so now they're bringing it back to where it should be. But it just happens to mean that Republicans gain seats from doing it.
That's it. These Democrats, they have study groups of cheating. I mean, this is not the American way. Okay, another comment. This is horrendous. ActBlue, so filthy, so disgusting. Prosecute them. Thanks for the urgent info. Nice to see you both. Again, Merry Christmas to you.
And Merry Christmas to you too. Yes. ActBlue, these things really are troubling, but then you look, and everywhere you look, there's some sort of corruption. Everywhere you look. As I was saying, the Pete Hegseth, I want to say to the Republicans, which I don't know what good it does, you guys, we've been crying out for you to get a backbone for, I don't know, 50 years probably, or something. What do you think?
I think they another part of their cheating studies is how to get stuff on elected officials.
Well, that's true, and that's part of what this ActBlue is. It's bribery. They bribe the people to keep their mouths shut, and then the people who are keeping their mouths shut blackmail them, because if you want me to keep my mouth shut, you have to keep giving me money. And so it's just bribery and blackmail. But the Pete Hegseth, they've already seen the video. Now they're questioning the video, and they're talking about withholding funds from the Department of War. It drives me crazy, but it brings up another problem with Republicans. And I'm going to raise my voice a little bit. Chuck Grassley, what are you doing? Get President Trump's nominees confirmed. The Republicans are the ones that have the power to get his nominees confirmed. And that's the reason Alina Habba had to resign, because she was appointed. She was not confirmed. They cannot get them confirmed.
They only have a certain number of days.
What? I can't.
Hooray, yet another day to be grateful and do some good. That's exactly right.
That's exactly right. And that's what we're trying to do. The more we know, we can fight. You can't fight if you don't know what the game plan is.
And you won't fight if they've got something on you.
That's right. And
that's what Beth tries to avoid.
And if they don't have something on you, they'll make it up. And if the secret is not big secret now, but the secret in DC used to be, don't ever go to a cocktail party. Do not go to a cocktail party. And if you go, don't drink anything, even water, because if it's not alcohol, they'll drug you, and then they'll get a prostitute and they'll take a picture of you, and there you go. Your marriage is ruined, and and
this is the Clinton fever that came into DC in the 70s?
Yes.
It started with the boys on the railroad track in Arkansas.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, read about it.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Read up. That's one of the advantages of being so old.
It's a pretty big advantage in this business too.
Well, I'm telling you, we remember stuff that other people.
Yeah. What else we got here? All these crimes and arrests. No arrests. So sick of it. They keep. Yeah, you're sick of it. We're sick of it too. But you can't just walk away. That's what they want you to do.
That's what they want us to do.
We have to fight for America, and this is fighting too.
Right. This is fighting too. Getting out the truth. My people perish for lack of knowledge. So we're trying to help you not perish, so you have knowledge.
Hoping we don't financially, if nothing else.
And I don't know if any of you remember, but Kash Patel fired. One of the things they are trying to do, and I do believe they're trying to do it, is drain the swamp. And one of the ways they're trying to do it is identify people who are swamp creatures, because that is kind of hard to do. And one of the identifiers of swamp creatures was when a group of FBI agents kneeled down in front of the Black Lives Matter people who were throwing rocks and,
Unbelievable.
And Kash Patel fired every single one of them. Well, now the group of those now former FBI agents have filed a lawsuit against Kash Patel.
Of course, they're going to try to get some money.
That's right. And they're trying to clear their names or whatever. They're saying that he fired them on purely political basis. And you kneel down. You're a member of the FBI, and you kneel down in front of. And you think
you can get away with that?
You know what that reminds me of? I still can see that picture. They didn't do anything wrong, but was it Marines? The Marines on a boat with their hands behind their heads during the Obama administration.
Somebody else in comments said this started with Carter. And maybe, but to me, being in DC at the time, working in DC at the time, it started with Hillary Clinton when she came to town, because she brought the fear of assassination, political assassination, with her.
Yes.
And it wasn't just the Kennedy thing. It was
Well,
started, you know.
but as you were saying, look at the governorship of Bill Clinton in Arkansas. Right? I mean, that's where the state troopers were.
They didn't call her Hillary for no reason, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, you know, and you can kind of go, well, maybe, I don't know exactly where it began. I always say it began in 1910, but there's been corruption and a lot of it we didn't know about. We didn't have news then like we do now. I mean, we had 4 channels on the TV, and you had Dan Rather and Walter Cronkite. I mean, you could name all of the Sam Donaldson, your favorite person.
The nastiest guy ever to sit in the Rose Garden and heckle the president, Sam Donaldson. That's his legacy.
Yeah, and I think is he still with us, or is he gone?
I was just wondering that.
Seems like we looked it up last time, and I think he is deceased. Why don't you see if we have any more comments before we sound off?
A red banana, best for nose, so soft, absorb. Oh, a red bandana. I don't know.
So that's the comment.
I'm not dying or anything. I'm just having a nose attack.
I wanted some sort of thoughtful comment about politics, and I get a red bandana, a red banana. I was trying to figure out what a red banana.
I know, something I don't know about, and I don't know much about food. So there, you could say anything, and I just go, "Oh, really? It really tastes good."
All right. Oh dear. I think I don't know that we have anything else. I did have the mayor-elect of New York City, but I cut off part of the article.
So we're 22 minutes. We got to go.
Yeah, I know. We got to
go.
go.
People are asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We are, I have to end. God bless President Trump. Give him wisdom and direction. God bless the United States of America, and God bless all of you. And thank you for being loyal to us. And if you have an extra $1 in your pocket, you can make a donation to our PayPal account. Help us get through Christmas. So if there was not any comments that you wanted to highlight, then we can just end this.
Charles Buston. Hi, Bill. Hi, Charles. First, you aren't first, buddy. We've been on for 22 minutes. Okay. Wake up.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.